Hey, it's Brian Burns, the host of the Brutal Truth About Sales and Selling podcast. Cold calling, so much controversy about it. And what it really comes to for you, where does it fit into your sales process? Let's talk really more about how does the telephone fit into your sales process? Because today we have so many choices about how to find, connect, and engage with people. Because that's really the end goal of what we want, is to find, connect, and engage with people and try and find the easiest, the most effective way of doing that. It's not a matter of does cold calling work or not. It's does it work for you and your market and your demographic, the people that you're trying to connect with. That's what we're really trying to decide and trying to determine what works. But let's take a step back. What we really The phone used to be a great way to find people. You'd get a list of numbers, a directory, and you'd call people up and you say, are you the right person? Do you manage this? Are you responsible for that? And that used to work. But guess what? Google came along, the internet came along, LinkedIn and Twitter and all these social networks came along. So now finding people, finding information is super easy, super quick. And it's faster to do it online, and it's more direct to do it online. So the finding of people, finding of companies, finding of information, finding of background is much easier and more effective online. But still, you have to connect with somebody. Just finding out the information doesn't really do you much good until you really connect with people. Now, connecting with people, it depends more on them than you. Yes, we want to connect with everybody who wants to buy our stuff. That's a given. But the customer only wants to connect with people who are going to help them. We've got to think about them, think about how they think, how they want to connect. And it might be over the phone, might be over their cell phone, might be through LinkedIn, email, Twitter, Facebook, whatever it is. Everyone's got kind of a little bit of different way of connecting. But for us, the phone is still a very fast way of connecting if they pick the phone up, if they don't put it through voicemail, if they're open and willing to listen. But it's still very good. So we have to determine in our market space, in what we sell, what is the best we found them. After we find them, we have to find a way of coming up with a match, finding things that are in common that we can do for each other and help each other out. Now, talking is a great way of doing that. It's a conversing. Some people are good at it, most aren't. They're really good at talking. Few are good at listening, because until the other person feels heard, understood, and you can come back with something that can solve a problem, create an opportunity for them, it's not a match. It's not going to happen. So it won't matter how many people you can pound your message and pitch to until there's a match. So the phone is a fantastic way of determining quickly, is there a match with that person at that company? And then for the ask, for the pitch, for what do we want? We've got to determine what we want. Do we want a meeting? Do we want a demo? Do we want a close? What do we really want, and how realistic is that to get in that particular phone call that we're making? We've got to think through this, because salespeople think, oh, I just got to hit the right person with the right pitch at the right time and I'll get a big order. Maybe, most likely not. You have to come up with a strategy of how do you find, connect, and engage with us. The Brutal Truth About Sales and Selling podcast on iTunes and Stitcher Radio. Tune in, subscribe, and listen. If you like this video, please like it and share it. I've got tons of other videos on prospecting using both social and the telephone and cold calling. Let me know what you think.